Hey squaddies, good morning, good afternoon or good evening from wherever you're watching from. Welcome back to Daily Diaries Friday. This community is built on love, support and positivity, and I'm so grateful that you're a part of it. If you love the Sussexes, you're in the right place. From their royal roots to their independent path, we cover the latest news, heartwarming moments and exciting updates with a positive touch. Let's explore their journey together. Subscribe now. It's so crazy that we spent years not hearing anything from Justine Bateman, to the point where most people forgot she even existed. She was a nostalgic relic of the past, someone who had once been a recognizable face, but then faded into the background as so many actors do. And then suddenly here she is, attempting to reinvent herself. Not as an artist, not as a creative, not as someone bringing anything of substance to the table, but as a right-wing commentator who now pops up every few weeks to take yet another unnecessary swipe at the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. My guess? Justine figured out the same thing that Piers Morgan, Jeremy Clarkson and every other unhinged British tabloid ghoul learned years ago, that being obsessed with hating on the Sussexes gets you far more attention than anything else you've ever done in your life. It's a lucrative little business model, isn't it? You don't have to be relevant, you don't have to be accomplished, you don't have to be particularly intelligent, you just have to be foaming at the mouth about Meghan Markle. That alone will get you clicks, attention, engagement, and suddenly you're back in the conversation. Back in January, Justine threw one of her now predictable tantrums after Meghan, who was born and raised in Los Angeles, had the audacity to volunteer at various charities during the Southern California wildfires. Imagine being upset that someone is helping out in their own community during a disaster. But Justine did just that, calling Meghan and Harry disaster tourists for volunteering. It was an unhinged, illogical take, but Justine didn't care. Because surprise, surprise, it got her attention, and that's all that mattered. Now, apparently emboldened by whatever engagement she received from that ridiculous take, Justine has gone all in. She's taken it a step further by writing a whole-ass Substack piece dedicated to hating Meghan. The title, The Problem with Meghan Markle. It's not what she's doing, it's the victim Olympics road she took to get there, because of course. According to Justine, Meghan and Harry have turned victimhood into an Olympic sport. The Family Ties alum, does anyone under 40 even remember Family Ties, spent an entire post ranting about how the Sussexes have supposedly exploited their personal experiences for sympathy, as though they weren't simply sharing their actual lived realities. The problem with Meghan and her husband, Harry, Justine wrote, is that every opportunity they have explored or exploited over the past few years has been due to their very aggressive Victim Olympics campaign. She then goes on to claim that while whining about one's hardships may have worked between 2020 and 2024, it no longer flies in 2025. No one wants to see victims anymore, she declared, as if it's a universally agreed-upon statement. No one wants to watch someone play act at something they didn't earn. No one wants to go along with another's narrative anymore. Justine, who apparently has way too much time on her hands, even went as far as to create a custom gold medal with Victim Olympics written on the ribbon. A grown woman sat down, designed and possibly even physically crafted a medal to mock a woman she has never met. That level of investment in Meghan's life is frankly disturbing. Justine's post also goes over some of the claims Meghan and Harry have made in the past about the royals. Things like the racist comment about their son's skin colour, or how they were not protected from the media's relentless attacks. In Justine's world, however, these things were just convenient tools for the couple to play the victim. They had the luck of societal timing with their cries of abuse, she sneered. 2020 to 2024 was truly the Victim Olympics era. And then, because no rant against Meghan was complete without whining about their success, Justine proceeded to tally up all of their major deals. $100 million with Netflix, a reported $20 million book deal with Penguin Random House, and Meghan's now defunct Spotify contract. In Justine's mind, none of these deals happened because Harry and Meghan are actually interesting people with valuable stories to tell. No, they happened because the couple cried out to anyone who would listen about the injuries they had sustained. But here's where Justine's logic starts to eat itself. She spends all this time ranting about how the Sussexes only got their opportunities because of their story, but then turns around and says they need to earn their spot in Hollywood. So which is it? Are they talentless grifters who got lucky, or are they working professionals who need to prove themselves? Justine goes on to claim that the public is over Meghan and Harry's narrative, that people no longer want to hear about their struggles and that they should have moved on by now. The irony? Meghan has moved on. She is literally doing a cooking show, the light-hearted, completely uncontroversial show about food and entertaining, and yet these people still can't stop talking about her. Bateman ends her rant by claiming that Meghan and Harry are riding the fumes of a past victim era, and that victimhood has fallen out of favour. She then offers some unsolicited advice, suggesting that the couple should take some time away and discover who they truly are. Take a step back and think about this. Spare was the last time Harry said one negative word about his family, and that was in January 2023. Meghan hasn't spoken about the royals since 2022. These two people, who were absolutely entitled to tell their own stories, have not said a single thing about the Windsors in over 2 years. Meanwhile, Justine Bateman is still out here screaming about them. Piers Morgan is still crying into his little Union Jack pillow every night. The British media is still having full-blown meltdowns over Meghan cooking for her friends, and yet, somehow, Meghan is the one who won't let go. Make it make sense. It's honestly embarrassing at this point. Meghan has moved on. She's focused on her work, on her projects, on living her life, and yet these weird, obsessed critics refuse to do the same. Justine Bateman could literally do anything with her time. She could write about something she's passionate about. She could advocate for causes she cares about. She could even, I don't know, get a hobby. Instead, she chose to dedicate an entire essay to hating on Meghan. And that is the real jobless behaviour here. And that's a wrap, squaddies. Thanks for watching and being part of this amazing journey. You guys are the best and I love you all. Your support means the world to me. If you had a good time, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're the first to catch our next adventure. Drop your thoughts, questions, or even just a quick hello in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Share this with your friends, your family, or anyone who could use a little inspiration. Until next time, stay awesome, stay motivated, stay safe, and keep shining. Catch you later, squaddies.